Oh.
What?
Oh,
What?
Oh my. In the OSC. Okay.
Did that just happen?
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Vontae, the first, the day portion of Mugen Eclipse.
And it's me, Mr. Twitchy, the night portion of Mugen Eclipse. Today we are back with Cour 3, episode 10 of Bleach, 1,000-Year Blood War today.
Yes, sir. Last episode, my boy Shinsui, he got the dub. The battle, he was getting a lot of holes blown into him.
Pause.
Oh, I don't know, it sounded weird, but yeah, he was getting shot. He was getting shot up. But he eventually had brought out his Bankai. This whole time, it was pretty much a game of red light, green light before that. But he used his Bankai. Also, Baro transformed into the, what's it called?
Sternvindic?
Whatever. Yeah. their Bankai, if you will. And he looked crazy. He looked ugly. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, like a chair.
Shinsui, he got the dub. His Bankai consists of 3 acts. The first act was to wound him, give him the same wounds that he had gave to Shinsui. Second one, he ends up getting illness, pretty much. What disease you think that was?
I don't know.
Polio?
Like
polio. Not polio. Yeah, it was something like that. And then the third one, he drowned, and I guess he's dead now. And we also seen Shinsui's Zanpakuto. That was like my first time being introduced to her, Ohana. I have seen her design before. I never watched the filler, but Twitchy has watched it, so he has more context than me.
Sure. And
Mayuri, obviously we know this episode is a Mayuri one based off of the title, and we seen a little glimpse earlier in the last episode of him, double P, trying to, I guess, get out of the baby Bankai. So yeah, that was pretty much the episode.
Okay. One last quick point I want to make about last episode is that Shunsui's Shikai, it showed a little girl holding his hand, and it was the point of his Shikai is to play games with children. And there was a line that, I'm going to play this game until I die. And then in his Bankai form, she was holding his head in her lap. And I'm pretty sure based on the fingernail colors, it was the same girl with the twin pigtails. So her having this sort of almost everlasting relationship with Shunsui is not something we've really seen from a Bankai outside of Ichigo. So I love the comparisons there, and I love how, unfortunately, this doesn't bode well for Shunsui. Vontae and I both love him, but I don't know about his likelihood of surviving this, even if he was able to win this particular battle.
Guess we gotta see, but it does look very dark, no pun intended, for Shunsui. But with that being said, Ray, hop into this episode.
Yes, sir. So without any further delay, guys, let's get into Cour 3, episode 10 of Bleach, 1,000-Year Blood War, right about now.
Now, whatever you do, don't push this button.
I am Groot.
Uh-huh.
I am Groot.
That's right.
I am Groot.
No! No, that's the button that will kill everyone!
It's the third time we've seen you laugh, man.
Oh yeah, and your baby's about to explode.
And the second time we're about to see
out of context.
The counter.
That's right. All about that. So gross. Ew. Ew.
Oh, shit. The
Whoa.
animation was crazy too. Oh, hey, that's kind of fire. I like crazy.
That's
but fire.
cool. It's like when you're playing paper footballs with your fingers.
Yeah, exactly.
I love how they're showcasing it. It's kind of like inquisitive. Okay, and now it's more like direct with a deeper voice. Me fed up. I think it's probably the latter.
Probably the latter, yeah.
Whoa!
That
Finger
is crazy.
guns.
I like the creativity there.
Oh my god!
With my hand using a bow on his own.
He ripped his arm off? Crazy.
Oh, that's actually wild. It's like he's controlling the arrow with the. That's great.
Oh my god!
Okay, Nemu. Bakana.
Now you guys are both armless, you dummies.
Literally, one of them going to die. Like,
I don't know if Nemu can technically die, but I understand what you mean. Oh, okay. Well, now she is alive because she's making conscious decisions.
Yeah. Remember how he had revived her before? What the hell was he doing? Renji and Uri was like, what? What is he doing? Yeah, basically how he's always been talking to her. I just wonder, what did he make her for? Like, is she supposed to be like a...
Or do you think he kind of
else?
altered
Really?
a pre-existing life form? Man, if the first two limbs of the king were this cool, I really want to know what's the other two.
Right. So I'm gonna ask the question again, because we had discussed this before a few episodes ago. Who do you think was the other two? Or yeah, if there is anybody that wields it.
I think there's got to be.
is
Whoa, two new additions. I think possibly maybe a hollow. So I don't know if that means Grimjaw or if that means
in a human, maybe.
Imagine it.
Crazy.
What's her name that's always on the outside looking in? Is it not Tashigi, but the martial arts girl that was friends with Ichigo and
Tatsuki.
Tatsuki.
I wish, man. I still don't understand what Kubo was thinking with Tatsuki. I swear, I do not understand.
She was so cool.
Like, out of all of his friends, she makes the most sense of having some kind of power to fight. Like, come on.
And also, she's been sort of cognizant of spiritual happenings.
Yeah.
She was like one of the first. Okay, rejuvenate. Gross. Wait, it just works on both of them? You're one to talk.
Rapid fire arrows from fingertips. Okay.
Whoa!
Shit. Jeez. Out.
This reminds me of Echo from Arcane.
I know, right?
Look at this animation.
Okay. I know, right? Like, I'm having trouble just following him and looking at it.
I'm not saying much.
This thing, Double P, Park and Just, and Oskin, I think they would be a good duo because they both have abilities that mess with the nerves and paralyze you or control you. Okay.
Oh, God. Did it? Oh, it absorbed!
Wow. Are you serious?
So I was gonna say, how would he know his name?
What? Wow.
Ah!
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Well, someone's dying.
Yes.
I don't know who yet. This reminds me of JJK.
Yep. I was just thinking that the whole time. Gege really stole Kubo's whole flow, man. This is like the 4th episode this season alone.
Yeah. I don't like this sad music either, Bleach. What are you doing? She's dying. Oh no.
I've seen that shot.
Boom!
I've seen that shot.
This is oddly charming. Both like us getting a behind the scenes look at Mayuri's mental state and then also her not really being a robot, but also kind of being a robot.
Right. An artificial soul. What the hell is that?
Do we know if Mayuri ever had like a love interest?
I don't think so.
Oh. Oh!
Shit.
I love her voice actress putting more emotion behind her lines now.
That's interesting. Because, like, as a scientist, you know, he just always wants to experiment and evolve things and all his creations and whatnot. And his greatest creation is basically putting
it's a
her life
rebellious
on the line
face.
for him. It's crazy.
Oh! Oh!
Oh, shit.
What?
My soul.
What? Oh!
What in the
Kamehameha!
What did that?
Jesus!
I want to say this episode has been like very crisp animation, even like the still shots and like not even still shots. There really hasn't been any still shots, but like just the calm shots. It's been crisp. Oh.
What?
Oh,
What?
Oh my. In the OSC. Okay.
Did that just happen?
I didn't think that was gonna happen like that. In this song too. Huh? Zayalaparo.
What a callback!
And then there's OST too. Love vocal OSTs. I love that Bleach does that. New renditions with vocals.
Yep, scientist with a conscience.
You know what's funny? When I was saying what I said a few minutes ago, I was thinking literally of this. Yeah.
And the cool thing is, he's not really here. This is just Mayuri's like internal thought process.
Yeah. Which is pretty cool. I always like when you can do callbacks to, like, previous villains and fights and stuff where you're like learning or self-reflecting.
Defective meat puppet is crazy.
You see, that's why I was just talking. Wow, I literally was just talking about that. Like, he basically felt like she was perfect and he can just... I know this VA is happy as hell to come back to do this.
Pseudo-scientist.
Also, that scene right there reminded me of something else in JJK, which you don't know yet.
Oh no, and now it's gonna have her memories of her flesh.
Yep.
That is disgusting.
They really showed us that. Is he gonna make number 8 then?
Yeah.
Got the brain.
Yeah. With the little pouch that she brought him earlier.
Oh, so he's gonna grow. Yeah, the set. Oh, so you basically gave him cancer.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the hell?
He had a cancer kill switch in Nemu.
Bro, what? That's why I say he's my guy. You know, like in real life, nah. Actually, yeah, because I can't do that.
Yep.
Yep, exactly.
GG's. And this,
blood
much
and
like
flesh and
Xylopero,
meat
could essentially be an eternally replicating and exploding process. Shut up, you tsundere.
Oh.
Huh.
He said, thank you for being the MVP for us.
Yeah, I don't know if you want to.
Yeah.
Nice. That's insane. Damn. What a masterful episode.
Yeah.
Look at this. Love that imagery all the time.
Oh yeah, post-credit scene too.
Yep.
That was a really good episode, man. Like, I really, really, really enjoyed that.
Emotionally, it very much reminded me of the end of the Gremmy Kenpachi fight, because there was something somber about the conclusion.
Yep.
And again, with the brain,
it's
almost 1 for 1. But,
but I really like that though, because like Mayuri, his whole thing obviously is like perfection, and like, what are you talking about? You can't reach that. We can't reach that. It's just an end to pursuit.
Yeah.
There's nothing we can actually claim. But with Nemu, he was feeling like, I'm starting to kind of act like Xylopodo and thinking that, oh, this is the perfect thing, like, or near or almost there. But he kind of changed that, and he just said that she's just always is just an evolving experiment, but never to say that she's perfect, because nothing is perfect. But also to accept her as well as like a companion too. So
and also kind of let her kind of find her own way. He wasn't always giving her the answers. He was letting her figure it out.
If anything, that's the best way to even ensure that your experiment is actually something that's really special, because it's doing things on her own.
Self-sufficient.
All right, I'm about to get killed. Because I believe you're probably in the same building as Haschwalt, aren't they? Because they were trying to attack him.
All right, so you got to take out some underlings.
Oh.
They're all zombies.
Are they zombified?
Yeah. Okay, Bambi. Love a puncher. Thick thighs save lives. Chomp, chomp. Oh, yeah, because they're like Yuhabaha. Gross. I love it.
This is basically Grimjow Ukiora. In a way.
Yes.
Same formula.
I don't care. You think Haschwalt cares?
Oh, is that Ohara? I mean Ohana. That's Ohara. Ohana.
That, or it was Shunsui's new assistant vice captain. I forget her name.
Oh, no.
Nanao. It could be her, because I think she said something about mirrors, and we saw her in the opening with kind of like a shimmering type of sword.
I have a love-hate relationship with Kubo when it comes to the implicit elements in Bleach, man.
Okay.
Like, some things are just left. We're just always theorizing and thinking about it. And then there's some things that he actually goes back to or elaborates on or finally shows us. Like a lot of these guys, Bankai, for example, or like stuff like that with Shinsui. I know this is not the episode, but briefly, with Shinsui's Zanpakuto. Like you said earlier, Ichigo is the only one that we were actually seen train with his Zanpakuto and talk to him. Like we haven't really seen that from anybody else. I don't think so. So just little things like that in Bleach kind of, I just wish Kubo, he wouldn't introduce so late or revisit so late. But then there are things like this in this episode with Mayuri and Nemu that I was like, perfect timing.
Yeah,
I really appreciate it. Thank you.
I have not watched that filler Jinka arc since like 2015. Now, as we approach the end of this core, guys, what we did for Core 1, we did a live stream conversation following when that ended up. Core 2, we meant to do it. We just kind of ran out of time. But how would you guys feel if we went back and reacted to that Jinka arc? Because I think that Vante would get something out of it, and I haven't seen it in over like 9 years, so I'm a little bit hazy on it. But even if it is filler, I do think that it would kind of expand out at least your headcanon a little bit in terms of how you feel about the Soul Reapers and their Zanpakuto. So if you guys are interested, we don't ask this a lot, but I will ask you to leave a comment down below. That way do you want to see it? Do you not want to see it? It's a little bit dated in terms of some of the animation, but overall, from what I remember from that arc, I really enjoyed it. So let us know.
This episode, man, like the last few episodes back to back have been
killer.
This is what we've been wanting. You know, the first 4 or 5, I'm like,
yeah.
Nah. And then it was like, oh, okay. Like the Renji one, fight-wise, cool. Didn't exist in the manga, but still cool nonetheless, whatever. And then everything after that, oh,
great.
Nice. And once again, I love that they brought back the Xylopodo.
Yes.
Himself, even though it's not him, it's just in Mayuri's head. Because that's one of my favorite speeches in all of anime. That was when I became a fan of Mayuri. Because it was different. I was like, whoa.
That's what I got scared of.
When does someone like, I was like, whoa, that was deep. That was like a real deep speech on perfection. And coming from a scientist, that's something that even in real life, you want to hear what a scientist has to think about, like thinks about like God or perfection or anything like that. That's like beyond the human thinking, you know. But this episode's fire, man.
You mentioned earlier you kind of have a love-hate relationship with how Kubo does the implicit writing, and I think where he really gets into his bag is when it comes to philosophy as it relates to science and then also kind of life in general, but that's more of an add-on. But whenever you have Mayuri talking, whenever you have Urahara talking, whenever you have Aizen talking, those are like the big three scientists in this series. I know there's a couple others, but whenever those three speak, I listen because their viewpoints are just, they're so nuanced and they're so different from one another. And I don't think I've ever kind of really experienced that viewpoint of science from three different succinct opinions. So I really have to appreciate that Kubo, he spent a lot of time on thinking out how these scientists would view the world, and how each of them views the world indicate how they're going to act, or at least gives the viewer kind of a behind the scenes look as to why they made the decisions that they made. Now, I was not expecting Ice Dude, Hitsugaya. I don't even care about him. Sorry. You guys probably disliked it because I don't care about him. But yeah, I was not expecting him and what's her name to come back. Again, Rangiku. Again, it's been so long since we've seen them. It's been so long since they've mattered to the story. But again, this just goes to show Mayuri, he's an MVP, but he's also creepy. Bars. That's it for me.
Yeah, but like briefly before we head out, I agree with what you said about Mayuri, Aizen, Urahara. I even smiled in this episode when he was talking about Urahara, like, well, I surpassed you. And like, because I've always talked about that. I wish, even though it's all apparent, I kind of wish it was more in the forefront of the Aizen, Urahara, and Mayuri. Mostly Aizen and Urahara was kind of in the forefront, mildly, mostly from Aizen's behalf, not necessarily from Urahara. But Mayuri has always consistently been with Urahara, and I kind of like that though, because it just shows that Kisuke, he's just a prodigy, essentially. He's just naturally smart. So yeah, these two other characters that are trying to, one is just absolutely shooting for the top, and then the other one is just trying to one up Kisuke, which is Mayuri. But I do wish that Aizen and Mayuri had more back and forth. So we've seen a little bit this core, not really nothing crazy, but nonetheless though, it's still there. You know, it exists, those dynamics exist. So I'm a happy camper in that regard.
Do you think they should have had more competition between the three of them, or do you like them being kind of on a timeline in separate areas? Because obviously we had Kisuke first, Aizen had his time in the sun, and then Mayuri's kind of been playing catch up with both of them ever since.
You know what? I think I like it. I think there's balance. I think it's balanced. I like that they have their own parts, and I like when they do, you know, have conversations with each other or try to challenge others, like inventions or ideas. I think it's balanced pretty much. I just wish that it was more in the forefront.
I see.
Alongside Ichigo and his story. But yeah, it's great nonetheless. Scientist stuff, come on. We love science around here.
Yeah, we do.
But you guys know the drill, man. Pull up for more videos. We got a lot of reactions coming in, backlog, current stuff, and stuff in the future. So stay tuned for all that stuff. Like, comment, subscribe, share the video if you rock with us. And I hope to see you guys in the next video or stream. So please stay safe, stay healthy, stay clean. See you guys on the next video or stream. And
peace.
Peace.